Some parishes with a large immigrant population in Texas report slightly lower mass attendance on Sundays. It's also a problem in schools in the Archdiocese of Galveston-Houston.
We have kids in our Catholic schools, and they're coming in, and they're crying during the day. And why is that? They're not sure whether mommy and daddy are going to be home at night when they get back from school. Now, is that just anxiety? Yes. Is it real anxiety? Yes.
Texas is the nation's largest conservative state, with leaders pushing for tougher immigration laws, but it's also one of the nation's biggest recipients of refugees and immigrants. Immigration isn't just an issue for the United States. Germany has seen an increase of refugees. Last week, I spoke to the program director of EWTN Germany. Joining us now is Martin Rothweiler, the managing editor and program director for EWTN's 24-hour German channel. Martin, immigration is such a big issue in Germany. So many immigrants are coming from places like Syria because they're looking for jobs. How do Germans address this issue of immigration?
That's right. It's a big issue, immigration in Germany. If you imagine that in the year 2015, we had 500,000 people coming into the country. In 2016, it was 700,000, and this year, 100,000. There's a lot of people naturally coming in, and a lot of people we don't know the identity of. Naturally, there's a certain kind of uncertainty now. The safety situation is difficult right now, and naturally, there are people coming in from another culture. Nevertheless, I mean, we have a welcoming culture, and everybody is clear. I mean, if someone comes out of these tragic situations, it's good and it's right that we welcome the people to give them a shelter.
What about the role of the Catholic Church? How does the Church shape the debate?
They shape the debate in the way that, like Pope Francis, they say, please welcome the people, try to integrate the people, get into touch with them. So that's really totally encouraging. They're encouraging the people really to welcome the new people coming in, to help them and bringing them into the parishes. But sometimes it's difficult for us to know, there are Christians coming in as well, to identify the Christians.
And also from a wider standpoint from the country, it seems as though security is also a big issue, the potential of terrorism, things like that. How do you think we as Catholics should approach this issue of immigration?
Yeah, we should naturally be welcoming, that's clear. I mean, there's a love of neighbor and we are obliged to do this. At the same time, we should be also kind of critical because there's another culture coming in. It's coming in a culture that is not known to our people at the same time. And it's a matter naturally of truth. I mean, it's true, we should differentiate between, the persons that are coming in, but nevertheless being critical of the culture that's coming in. Because I think we are hearing also of people that are in these kind of centers trying to go to the church, but do not have the courage to go to church. Christians, I mean, among them. Because they feel observed and also oppressed, even in the centers, after leaving these countries.
It's so interesting to hear about the changing demographics as a result of immigration. When you think about this, Germany is becoming, like other parts of Europe, more and more secular. What does that mean then for the future of the church?
I mean, the church has to really stand up. If you imagine even some figures, if you think that 200,000 faithful Catholics are leaving the church each year, and there are more funerals than baptism, so 250,000 Catholics, there's a loss of 250,000 Catholics per year. There are 200,000 Protestants leaving the church as well. So there's a big vacuum coming in. And the thing is that we have to be more publicly open and concentrate on our Christian identity and, living up the truth and standing up really, and because we have a relativistic situation also in Germany. So I think to really concentrate and focus on what the truth is and the objective truth of the Catholic faith and to live it publicly, I think this is something that we should encourage, that people find an identity, which is a big problem in Germany, not finding an identity, in this kind of vacuum, cultural vacuum.
There are so many challenges for Germany, but it's nice to know that the church is there and will remain. Martin Rothweiler, managing editor and program director for EWTN Germany. Thanks so much for talking with us about it.
Thank you very much, Wyatt.